What's going on? It's Fist, and I'm here to talk about the Xbox One and the PS4. I think this goes under my videos about talking about the consoles as we go along in the year, what's changing and what's, what is Microsoft doing, what is Sony doing. We're talking about the consoles here. I'm a casual gamer. I'm not going to lie about it. I don't play on the PC. I don't give a damn to play on the PC. I just want to play on the console that best suits my needs because I just game periodically. And sometimes I just want my experience to be fluid and enjoy myself and just pick up the controller and just play. And that's what I like to do. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years on the Xbox. But unfortunately, I moved over to the PS4 because the interface was better, the controller was better, the system was cheaper. It was just a better thought out system for this generation. It seemed to me that Xbox made the same mistake that Sony made with the PS3. They were overconfident. They believed that their followers and their subscribers were just gonna believe in this idea about television and talking to a Kinect and having a DVR. Like, what's the point of renting a DVR for $9, taking the HDMI cable, going from your DVR to your Xbox One to play stuff that should be able to connect right online, and it doesn't. It just didn't make sense to me. It would have been different if the system picked up the signal on the internet and I can watch TV and not have to buy another or rent a Comcast DVR to do that. There's no point in that. So, the whole point of me for me being on the Xbox 360 at the time was the fluidity, the great dashboard. The Xbox 360 dashboard was the best dashboard ever made in a gaming console history. The Xbox 360 controller was superb, a second to none. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that experience. I just like getting on there and gaming. And what had happened in the previous videos we talked about was the fact that, all that was taken for granted and taken away from us, and it was completely changed. And it's almost like this, the theory where they just, keep changing stuff. I don't know what it is. EA does it with Battlefield. Activision is doing it with Call of Duty. Xbox is doing it with the console. I mean, Mortal Kombat did it with the Mortal Kombat series, and every time, every single franchise, even Street Fighter did, every single gaming franchise went off on a tangent, and they came back and improved on the idea that they originally started out with. And so now, what has happened today is a new person who runs Xbox, Phil Spencer, basically took out Kinect, and you can now buy the Xbox One for $399. Now, I had predicted that this was going to happen anyway. Day one, I made videos. You go back to my video, I told you the Xbox One was way too expensive for what they were offering. And to get rid of the Kinect, just sells the gaming system. And finally, it's coming up on June, right before E3, and we have now a system that's $399. It's still the dashboard is really slow. Communicating with your friends, it's very confusing, and it doesn't lend itself to being a friendly operating system with your friends while gaming. So that's a huge turnoff for me. I just can't. I can't sit there. Somebody sends me a message on the Xbox One. It takes like 3 minutes to go in and look at the message for it to queue up, and then I don't want to do that. I just can't do it. So I prefer to be on my PS4. But I have to applaud Phil Spencer because they're listening to the community. Hopefully he's watching my videos, and I'm helping them do their job. It's really simple here. I had said this previously. What you need to do, Phil Spencer, what you need to do, good sir, is take the prototype Xbox that you had without the DVD drive go seamless, streamless, whatever you want to call it. Take out the DVD drive. Have it strictly a gaming system. You call it Xbox One Classic, Xbox One Journeyman, Xbox One Gamer, Xbox One The Gaming System, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. And I'm going to surmise that hopefully Xbox One or Xbox has a trick up their sleeve and that during E3 they're going to drop a version of what PlayStation did with the PS3 Slim. You know, but they're gonna streamline the system. And I know at Xbox and Microsoft has the money that they have different prototypes that they can put into production. And it doesn't have to be this year. It could be next year. It could be the same hardware. And then you could finally upgrade, like Phil, listen. You could finally upgrade your system to 1080p, 60 frames per second, drop the DVD drive, straight up gaming PC console, and shut up all these little nerds on YouTube and all these critics who say that 1080p 60 frames is not happening on anywhere. Make it happen. I'm going to tell you right now, Phil, if you do this, make the Xbox One gaming version 1080p 60 frames. You don't even drop the Blu-ray driver. You know, I hardly use it. Everything is downloadable content, digital content, streaming anyway. So what's the point? Bring me the gaming system. I'm telling you the formula. And I'm sure that's probably what you guys are going to do anyway in the future. So you might just go ahead and do it. And I know you guys got the prototype. So I have to applaud Phil. You know, at least you're making some moves and you're realizing that you're going to have to get rid of the Kinect. I mean, when you get rid of Kinect, this is what you're saying. You understand? I don't care what you say after what you say, oh, you can still add it on. You know, the thing about it is people like freedom. And you can take and add on things. Yeah. I mean, you should know that from every other thing that you sell in life. Everything's an upgrade. If you want to add it on there, you can. If you want a DVD drive, you can buy the old Xbox without the Kinect. There you go, $3.99. Right now. I don't need a DVD drive. I want to digital download my games. That's it. Bam. Give me the 1080p 60 frames. Let the developers make an awesome game for your system. And make the operating system like the Xbox 360 and just update it with HD graphics or whatever you do. Just make it like this. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Just improve on it. You can't change completely over whatever you're doing and make it retarded. It just doesn't work. It's not usable. I know you cannot force religion on people. And when you sell an Xbox with Kinect and TV and trying to you're forcing it on us. We don't want that. If we wanted it, you'd be #1 in sales, but you're not. You're losing ground in the United States, your backyard, and you have to make these moves. So, with that note, and with that being said, I predicted they were going to drop the price. I'm predicting they're going to come out with a different console. If they don't do those two things, they're going to sell off Xbox. Which, you know, Microsoft is just, you know, what's the point if you're losing subscriber base? There's no point of having it anymore. And I have to applaud Phil at least for making changes. Xbox and Microsoft throughout the years have always righted wrongs. So I'm giving it to him there. At least they're doing that. And if you're still an Xbox fan of the system, then I think $3.99 is decent. I don't think it's appropriate. I still think it's a little high for what you're getting. I think they need to come out. I think Xbox and Phil Spencer need to come out with a different version. You just can't sell somebody. I'm still not feeling it. You will feel it if you come out with a different, even if you came out with a different shell on the new Xbox One without the Kinect. Just selling the Xbox One without the Kinect is still like a little shady for people. They're still not feeling it. So you're going to have to come out with a different design and be like, listen, we are committed to making a change. And by doing that, I think people will be more apt to move. So I think that's what they need to do. As far as PlayStation, PlayStation 4, I think they're doing a superb job. The dashboard is amazing. The controller is the best controller, period. I think it's almost better than the Xbox 360 controller. I really think that the only thing that's a problem with the PS4 controller is if they move the directional key lower. If they moved it where the Xbox, if the PS4 controller moved the directional key to where the Xbox is at, and it's just the perfect length, size, and it's ingenious. Just move it. If you switch the analog with the directional key, it would be perfect. I think the PS4 is genius. I think the dashboard is great. The price is great. I play it every day. The only problem is, like I said, I think you still have frame degradation in a lot of games that are supposed to reach 60 frames per second but are not. I think there's an issue still there. I don't know about their service online. That is skittish as well. A lot of games that are on there have a lot of lag issues. So I'm not feeling it there. You know, you get great connections on the Xbox One, but you got a crappy interface, crappy controller, crappy overpriced system. Or you can play on the PS4, which has a great integrated system, great controller, easy to use interface, but has a questionable online gaming service. So there's some trade-offs there. I think Xbox, there is a small window for them to come back. And the thing is PS4 is such in a great position. Really, it's hard for them to make improvements. And once you're on the top, there's only one other way to go, and that is down. So I think Xbox, in some ways, is in a good position. In other ways, it's not. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're still looking to get an Xbox One, $399 without Connect, I think it's a great deal at this point in time. I think it's decent, but I still believe that I would still wait for the new console. I still believe that you people have forced Xbox's hand to make these changes. And I think that they need to come out with a better console. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they have this console out now. You know, they're a billion-dollar company. They write everything off. I don't want to hear no excuses. They got prototypes. They can easily come out with a subversion of the Xbox One because they have prototypes. It was already out in the news. They can come out with a DVD-less 10, drop the Kinect, drop the Blu-ray player, upgrade 1080p 60 frames. Bam! $299. $299.99. You want to upgrade it, bells and whistles and accessories? Yeah, ding us there if you want to. Fine, go ahead. But overall, boom, give us the gaming system. And I guarantee with the cloud service that Xbox One has and Microsoft has, I don't think PlayStation can compete. PSN, I know PlayStation is a good console, but I don't think PlayStation Network can compete once Xbox reaches that level of console that is comparable to the PS4. I mean, those are all my opinions. And if you're listening to Phil Spencer, I don't know why I can't pronounce his name. Maybe I've had a stroke or something. I don't know. But anyways, Phil Spencer. If you're listening to my video, that's all you have to do. It's really simple. You want to do all the other stuff? Yeah, tell them that you could do that. Go ahead and appease them with words. It doesn't matter. Some idiots are going to go out and buy that dumbass shit because they feel like they got to have every little thing. Sure, go ahead, get it to them. But for us, the majority of your patronizing people who give you money out of our pockets, I'm telling you the best formula. New console. You know you got the prototype. Drop the Blu-ray. Upgrade the hardware, CPU, 1080p 60 frames. Give us that at the price that we want. And fix this dumbass controller too. This thing is, what the hell is that? It's so damn big. Come on, man. I mean, you look at this. Look at the PS4 controller. How do you guys lose? How do you make such a big mistake? I know you're not at the helm, Phil, but I'm giving you the formula. You do that, and you will be back on top. I don't know how a PlayStation Network can compete with your service, online. I just don't know how they can do it. Now, there are going to be people that are faithful, but, I mean, if you do that, I will go out and buy a new Xbox. I'm telling you, I've been subscribed for 10 years. If you make the console that I just told you to make, the 1080p 60 frame, no DVD, Blu-ray player, streamlined gaming system, I will go out and buy that, and I will be on that system and change the dashboard to 360 gaming updated hard whatever. I don't need Kinect. I don't need TV. That's what Comcast and DVD Dish is for, whatever. I don't want the integration. I want a game. I game. If I want to be on the TV, then I go to my TV. Now, I don't want to mix those two. I like the applications on the Xbox. Like I like the MLB application. I like the NFL application. I don't mind switching to applications that I don't have to hook up a DVR to HDMI to my Xbox One. That does not make sense. But an application that runs through my internet connection, that makes perfect sense. That's what I want to see. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. I hope you're watching Big Phil. I appreciate what you're doing. You don't have much work with. You had a big mess to clean up. At least you guys have a proven, consistent track record at Microsoft and Xbox of righting wrongs. And this Xbox One is a terrible dust-collecting, big block mess that I never use. I haven't turned on my Xbox One in a month. I actually turned it on yesterday to watch movies because of PayPal in the PayPal integration for watching movies. Otherwise, if I know that PayPal integration works for the PS4 watching movies, I'd be watching it over there. And that's streamlined movies. That's it. I don't play any games on there. None. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. I hope Phil enjoyed it. You guys want to go get an Xbox One $399? Yeah, go ahead. I still say don't give them don't let them get away with it. Let them suffer and come up with a better console. You guys deserve better. I deserve better. We all deserve better. Anyways, till next time. Peace. I'm out.